Compared to petroleum oils, synthetics reduce more friction, releasing more energy. To find out how much, a few years ago we baselined an LS1 Camaro and added Royal Purple synthetics to the engine, the 6-speed tranny, and rear end. Granted, it cost a little more than a regular oil change, but the DynoJet reported an 8.2 horsepower increase at the rear wheels. Well, since then, you've seen us use a ton of this stuff in our project vehicles, but what you haven't seen is how they formulate a synthetic that actually frees up horsepower. So before we give them back their Royal Bird, we're heading to their headquarters to see how they give this stuff the royal treatment. The process takes place at Royal Purple's facility in Porter, Texas. Building a super synthetic starts at the company's storage tank farm, where millions of gallons of synthetic base stock enter the system. Before being accepted, the oil is checked for quality. Samples are taken at the bottom of the load to measure moisture. A second sample from the top gets analyzed for contamination. Now, if you thought chemistry class was tough, in the next 25 minutes, 2 PhDs and 8 lab techs will subject the samples to a battery of tests that all have to be passed or the load is rejected. A 260-degree hot plate crackle test checks for moisture.
If there was water in there, it would have spattered already. Water's heavier than oil. If there's water in the sample from the top, we know we've got a problem. It's all throughout the truck.
Microscopic inspection for visual contamination is checked. Next, inductively coupled plasma testing.
The ICP determines the elemental content of whatever sample we're running.
It sends light from a plasma source to a prism, which refracts the light through the sample. Photoelectric cells measure all 23 required elements like magnesium, zinc, and phosphorus. Then it's viscometric testing, spectrometric testing, and, well, you get the picture. Once accepted, the oil is metered through miles of filtered stainless pipes into heated tanks where the Cinerlac ingredients are added and is ready for the signature purple containers. Now, Royal Purple is secretive about its Cinerlac technology. We weren't allowed to photograph this part of the process. During the blending and bottling process, the product gets continually retested. Everything from anti-foaming tests to 4-point tests at 70 degrees below and more. Bottom line is, compared to conventional motor oil, synthetics provide more power, lower temperatures, and extended oil drains.